Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And today I'm going to be talking about turmeric and black pepper and a lot more. Do you have to have black pepper with your turmeric to make it bioavailable? Let's talk a little bit about this. On a lot of my videos lately, I've had people coming in when they see me using turmeric going on about the need for black pepper, how it's an absolute must in order to make the turmeric bioavailable in the body. And so the question again is, do you need this with this? Is it a must? And the answer is both yes and no. And I do want to thank those people for putting it out there, because it's something I'd been meaning to research for a while, just based on some of it maybe instinct and my basic knowledge of food and how things work together. Just a very basic knowledge, because I don't have any kind of degree in this stuff. It's just things I've learned as I go, but also based on, well, if this food is high in this, it should automatically be high in that, which means these two things should be taken together. It's like calcium and magnesium, or vitamin D and vitamin K. D and calcium should not be taken by themselves. You shouldn't be taking them in supplement forms unless you're supplementing in other ways. Like with the calcium, make sure you're getting magnesium. With the D, make sure you're getting K. So if you have to take supplements, yeah, it would be a good idea for you to take turmeric and black pepper together, because black pepper is one of the highest things. It's the piperine in the black pepper that increases the bioavailability of the turmeric within your body. And that is why when I make my turmeric capsules, I always mix with black pepper. You won't be able to tell, but I mix it in a little bowl. I mix the two together. I go pretty much half and half, probably a little more on the turmeric, and then put it in a capsule form. And these we don't take every day. We take these when we specifically need some good doses of turmeric and black pepper, and we need it strong, such as when we're needing a good anti-inflammatory or pain remedy, or all the other great things that turmeric is good for when it comes to healing the body in all the different areas that it does. However, you don't always have to have black pepper with your turmeric. There are so many other options, which comes back to the fact that I don't think people should worry so much about what they're mixing with what. What you should be thinking about is just eating whole foods and getting a good blend of all different kinds of foods into your diet. So I'm going to start with one of the other ways that you can increase the bioavailability of turmeric. Sorry, I tend to stumble on that word a lot. I know how to say it, but getting it to come out sometimes is a struggle. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about other ways you can do that with your turmeric if you don't like black pepper, or you just have certain foods you want to add your turmeric to that you'd rather not add black pepper to. I have a lot of things I like having black pepper in, and a lot of things that I don't. So let's move on. So healthy fats are one of them. So avocado oil and coconut oil and olive oil in particular. Olive oil is a double whammy when it comes to your healthy fats, and I'll get to that in a minute. So that means, if you're eating it with a good healthy fat, I would think even butter, any kind of healthy fat, any kind of good healthy lipid is going to help with the turmeric. So you're cooking with turmeric, and maybe you're doing a stir fry and you throw a little bit of avocado oil in there. That's really all you need to do. But there's more that you can do with this. It's so great, people. I mean, it's just wonderful, because I want to get people to kind of free their mind a little bit when it comes to the way they think about food. How, this has to go with this and so on and so forth. So let me move on, because it really gets exciting. Now, you'll see I have a whole array of stuff out here, and this is just a small, minuscule amount of the things that you can combine with turmeric to make it bioavailable in your body. So let's get to that. All these foods right here, again, are just a small amount. And what these represent is quercetin. And I'm going to put that word right here so you can see how it's spelled, because I recommend you look it up because it's very similar to turmeric. The curcumin in turmeric, we know that's the curcumin, that's the powerful agent in there that gives it this color. Well, quercetin is very similar. It's a flavonoid that is high in very many fruits and vegetables, and it also works in conjunction with the curcumin in turmeric to make it bring about all those great benefits in the body when taken together. So what are some things high in quercetin? Well, pretty much most of your fruits and vegetables, but in particular, any of your fruits that are really have a lot of red, especially dark red colors, like red onions are really, really high. So are red grapes, apple skins, if they're a red apple, red bell peppers, and then any of your berries, pretty much all of your berries, and the highest one being your elderberries. I've got some dried ones here. So that means if I have my elderberry kefir and with the citrus, because guess what? Citrus is also high in quercetin. And I decide to throw a pinch of turmeric in there. That's just going to be a real powerful blend right there. Or what about the cough, cold, and flu remedy made out of mostly, made with elderberries? Well, put a little turmeric in there along with that cinnamon and clove. I'm going to start doing that from now on, because not only is that going to help increase the powerfulness of the cough, cold, and flu remedy and prevention, it's going to work together with the elderberries in there. I mean, how cool is that? All right, guess what else? Grains, whole grains, legumes and beans, dark leafy greens. So what I have here is my mixed greens blend. In particular, spinach and kale are the highest of your, and red lettuce. Well, I'm pretty sure I have some red lettuce in here. I know I have kale. I don't have spinach, but I have all kinds of dark leafy greens in this mixed greens blend. So when I made the dog cookies and I put the turmeric in there, and I also used this plus the healthy fat from the meat that was going into those dog cookies, there was no need to add black pepper to the dog cookies. So some other things, tomatoes, and some herbs like sage and parsley. A lot of your herbs are high in that. This is actually herbs, not a herbal tea blend, but teas like the true tea, like your black and green tea, which again, people, all comes from the same plant. Those are high in quercetin. Pretty much any kind of hot pepper too, just like your bell pepper, as long as, especially if it's red, is going to be high in quercetin. And here's another great one right here. Cacao. Oh my gosh. How awesome is that? Cacao. The thing that got me really excited about the cacao is that, no, I don't plan on really putting turmeric in the chocolates that I make. However, those of you who have seen my recipe for the jet-fueled latte that me and Mr. Rain have every morning, well, something I've been doing different for a little while now is adding just a little bit of turmeric to our blend. And that also has cacao in it, plus some healthy goat's milk with the fat. It's a whole goat's milk, so it's going to have that fat in, so I'm getting the good healthy fat. I'm getting the cacao and the turmeric all together. There's no need to add black pepper to our latte in the morning, which I would prefer not to. And I'm still getting all the benefits of the turmeric. So if you haven't seen how to make the jet-fueled latte, what I'm going to actually link to, I have a video and I can link to that as well. And I'll go ahead and link to the video up here. And then in the end cards, also look for my blog post, which I think is going to be a little more updated and maybe a little more detailed. And I'll link to that and why I make it and what it's good for. But that's a whole nother topic. But in both of those, neither one of those, I don't think I mentioned the turmeric, because that was something I did off and on. But now I'm doing it consistently, and just a pinch pretty much. But it's really great. So in case you can't tell, I find these kind of topics very exciting. And again, I'm wanting to this is just a small amount right here. This just represents a little bit of the things that are high in quercetin that you can combine with your turmeric to make it bioavailable. So that means, people, when you're making your smoothies and you're wanting to add turmeric, you don't have to put black pepper in your smoothie. I mean, I can't imagine a lot of people that might want black pepper in their smoothie. They just making it with red apples or elderberries or grapes, red grapes in particular, blueberries, blackberries, cherries. Oh my goodness, the options are incredible, and you can just skip the black pepper unless you really want it. Now, black pepper is great. I'm certainly not going to diminish the effectiveness of black pepper, but I want you to realize you have so many other options that you shouldn't have to spend your time concerning yourself, oh no, I got this, now I have to make sure I have this. I think if you're just eating a good, healthy mix of foods, fruits and vegetables, and making sure you're getting all your dark leafy greens, and even if you and your family don't care for greens, try this method with the mixed greens where I dry them up, blend them all together, and put them in just about everything, just like the breakfast sausage I made this morning. I put some of this in there. I put it in our homemade macaroni and cheese. I put it in soups. I put it in gravies. I put it in just about anything, so that we're getting lots of the leafy greens. So if you're adding all these things and eating good healthy fruits and vegetables, and and having your turmeric, there's no need to really concern yourself whether or not you're getting this or that. Same thing goes with any of your other supplements. Your mineral supplements, for example. I do make a mineral supplement, and I'll be doing an update video on this. However, it's not something I feel like I need to take all the time, because I'm trying to just eat as many different foods and herbs and spices and all that great stuff every day, so that we're getting all the necessary things taken together. So some of you may have seen my foraged food and medicine video, and I'll link to that right up here, where I talked about the chicken of the woods. We finally, for the first time, found some chicken of the woods. We were looking for chanterelles. We came across a chicken of the woods, and it's like, cool, I've been wanting to try this. And sure enough, it's high in both vitamins D and K, which need to be taken together. It's so great. And again, watch for that update video coming out on the mineral supplement. That'll be down the road probably a little bit, but I'm going to talk more about that. So anyway, I hope you found this video educational and helpful, and that it'll kind of free your thinking a little bit on food, and just make you remember to come back to the fact that just eat good, healthy foods, and don't stress yourself about the small things. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.